Hello, yes. Monday again, and right now, our first sample that we're going to play for today is a book titled Hidden Intentions. The author of this book's name is Misha Cam, and this book is narrated by Ida Bell. It's an urban fiction book, so if you're into urban fiction, and if you're not so into urban fiction, still check it out. It may be a pretty good listen or a pretty good read. Let's see what's going on up in here.
Out of a space that was literally at the front door. How is the lovely lady doing today? A man's voice asked. An 8-man entourage followed closely behind him. And thank you for the compliment. I'm fine. And how about yourself? I asked, pulling my tired self from my car. I'm fine, but I would be elated if you came to my cookout tonight. I'm barbecuing ribs and chicken. The fish will be grilled, he said, as a tomato dropped out of his shopping bag and onto the ground. I'm sorry, but I already have plans for tonight. Thanks for the invitation, though, I said, knowing damn well the only plans I had was for him and his crew to get the hell out of my face. Well, you know where I live if you change your mind. And if you do, bring some of your friends.
He wanna get it cracking.
Forced smile his way. Have a nice evening, I said, completely ignoring his request and walking into the store. Mr. Edmonds had a problem with accepting no for an answer. He is handsome, but that's about it. He's been trying to take me out for the longest time, and I've tried to let him down in a nice, easy way. However, I may have to crank up the mean volume a bit. Me some Walmart. I call it Wally World, my shopping haven. As I pushed my cart down the juice aisle, a young man, obviously not paying attention to where he was going, slammed his cart into mine. Watch where you're going, I snapped, my hands tightly affixed to the cart. I see you're a feisty one. Excuse me, miss. I apologize for slightly bumping into you. He gave a huge grin on his face and a trace of sarcasm in his voice. Could be, and it wasn't slightly either. Out of the corner of my eye as I grabbed a pint of cranberry juice. It's a shame such a beautiful woman as you has to look so evil in the face, he said, licking his full, sensuous lips. Inside me ignited. It was the middle of July, 1998. The weather outside was a sizzling temperature, but the heat inside of me was at a record-breaking high. Beater, tank, jeans, and Timberlands. His outfit was an automatic panty dropper, and mine were just about ready to hit the floor. Besides, the way he licked his lips made me curious to see what else he could lick.
Ooh, girl, you nasty.
When I entered the store, giving me one of those, damn, she fine looks. All men do it, especially those trying to run game. His mouth was wide open, and his tongue dragged the floor. Still, I paid him no mind and kept walking. He is somewhat cute, even though his tactics worked my last nerve. Nevertheless, I could get lost in those eyes. Of course, he probably hears that all the time from women. Well, he's not going to hear it from me. His body isn't bad either. I like hard muscles, lots of them. I feel safe and secure with a man who is solid from head to toe. My ideal man is one who works out, but who is not a workout fanatic, someone who stays in the gym more than in my bed. Besides, one fanatic in my life is enough. My sister Leah. She lives on the treadmill and exercises relentlessly. We can't leave the house without her asking me at least 4 times, Nia, do I look fat? No, you look fine. Or, girl, that outfit is too cute. But it must go in one ear and out the other, because no more than 5 minutes later she'll ask me again. At that point, I will tell her anything she wants to hear just to shut her ass up. Living with an exercise fanatic.
Okay, I'm stopping right there because the tape is skipping, but it sounds like it's gonna be a good read. And yeah, some of you men, your approach be whack as heck. You can have a chance, like a 50-50 chance of getting the female that you approach. Only if only if your approach was better. You can't just approach every female like she's ratchet. You have to get it together. When you approach a queen, you approach that queen like you're a king, not like you're just another nigga off the street. So guys, that was Hidden Intentions, Book 1, written by Misha Cam and narrated by Ida Bell. You guys check it out. I'll be right back. Next up is a book titled Catherine de Valois, The Legendary Women of World History, Book 2. The author of this book is Laurel A. Rockefeller, and this book is narrated by Richard Mann. The genre of this book, it was listed as a autobiography, I believe, or more biography, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but it's based on political activism. So if you're into politics and world news and world history, you check this book out. We're going to listen to it right now and find out what's going on up in here while I work on this eye.
"This is no place for a woman," cried the king's groom hastily as Catherine arrived in Rouen, a town 25 miles east and northeast of Paris. "I am daughter of King Charles VI and Queen Isabeau of Bavaria. I, not you, am perfectly safe in France," declared the queen matter-of-factly. Dressed down, the groom lowered his eyes. "Yes, your majesty." "You will take me to my husband," commanded the queen. The groom took the reins of Catherine's horse and led her close to Henry's royal pavilion, helping the queen down off her horse. Catherine nodded and handed him a shilling before entering. As Catherine's eyes adjusted to the low light, she found Henry bent over a map and battle plans. Henry looked up with surprise. "Catherine?" "Yes." "Here, I thought you were staying in London." "Him came to me and warned me you would not survive this siege." What he was doing, and rushed to her, embracing her warmly and kissing her tenderly. "Catherine, I could not be better now that you are here. Look, the siege is at an end. I can march on Paris any day now." "Do this, Henry. You have the crown of France as soon as my father dies." "The crown in truth, Catherine? The moment I go back to London, your darling little brother Charles will declare himself King of France, and all this will be for nothing," scowled Henry. "Tell you something, Henry. Or you can fight, but never win. All it can do is give popular support to Charles's cause. Not see that. See your father. What does that have to do with anything? It is a question. Now answer it plainly. I have little time for your courtly games." Catherine eyed him. "I will not enter Paris unless you do, which is to say, I do not expect to see it again." "Preacher, aren't you?" "I know where my home is, and who my allies are. My mother taught me well." "Women!" exclaimed Henry with frustration. "You all think you rule the world, and all the men in it." "Pardon-moi, Henry d'Angleterre, but who started this war, and who is fighting it? Not one woman was consulted in this. No, Henry of England, this is your war." Henry collapsed into a chair. "Must we fight again, Kate? Must you war with France?" Filled Henry's eyes. "Old argument." Down beside him, You have not asked me about our son. You are right. Bad manners as usual, I suppose. Too much soldier, not enough king. Good King Richard II, to whom I believe one of your sisters was once wedded, and whose crown my father took from him. Now that was a king with proper manners. He knew how to keep a court, though of course not his throne, observed Henry. Catherine, unlike you, I was not born to this. I was not born royal. Granted, I embrace it more than any born to it has, but can you not understand me in this? I have spent most of my life at war, fighting someone or another. First on behalf of my father, and now all of this. All you have ever known. You feel you must continue it until it kills you? Perhaps, conceded Henry. Henry to grow up without his father. Even meet him. To hold him, Catherine. London for you. All you have to do is leave all of this. City of Troyes, stand. Shed. Just then, Henry grimaced. It's nothing. Than that, Henry. What is it? Repeated Catherine. My stomach hurts. A sudden stabbing cramp. Nothing. Well, perhaps you should lay down, Henry. Stroked her face gently. Perhaps you are right.
Okay. It sounds like there's a lot going on inside of this book, and it sounds as though this is going to be a battle between king and queen. Like, this sounds like one of those books that's I wouldn't say based on sexism, but I want to say it's a struggle between, equality between women and men. That's what it sounds like it's going to be. We're going to check it out to figure out what's going on inside this book. Peel it open, read it, check it out. Don't forget to leave your honest review. If you're into political stories, this is the one for you. Check it out. Written by Laurel A. Rockefeller. The book is titled, Catherine de Valois. This is the book 2 of the World History of Women book. So I'm going to leave all the links in the comment section below or in the description where you can find the books easily. If this sounds like something that you like, check it out. I'll be back. Book number 3 is titled Fired at Will, a book about comedy and ninjas and Hamlet for some reason. So this book is written by Arthur Will Nussel. He narrated his own book. The genre is listed as a collection of comedy essays. This sounds pretty interesting, a collection of comedy essays. And it says it's a book about comedy and ninjas. Let's check this one out.
Superhero Jukebox. Coming in at number 10, we've got Lady Gaga. Biggest smile, country mile, last thing you'll see is my Joker face, my Joker face. At number 9 this week, we've got Coldplay. All Metropolis quakes in fear, my giant robot standing over here. For some reason I can't explain, I know Superman will get in my way, but one day, boys and girls, you know I'm gonna rule the world. Coming in at number 8, we've got Daredevil, he's so blind. Daredevil, fighting crime, though he cannot see.
Oh my God. Comedy for
At number
show.
7, dropping down 3 slots this week, it's Tracy Chapman. You got a black car. Is it fast enough that we can catch Two-Face? 'Cause he's got a big head start on us. Put the pedal to the metal, let's close this case. 'Cause I remember we were driving in the Batmobile. Speed so fast, felt like it wasn't real. City lights all over the place, and that stupid cape of yours flapping in my face. And I was a sidekick just tagging along. And I felt like I would never be someone Be someone. Be
Sing
someone.
it. Sing it.
At number 6, we have Michael Jackson. Mary Jane is not my lover. She's just a girl who thinks I'm her biggest fan. She don't know I'm Spider-Man.
What?
Taking the place formerly occupied by Tracy Chapman, we have Billy Joel at number 5. Whoa, Supergirl. She's always flying off to save the world. You know you never see her underwear, despite the miniskirt she always wears. Not that I care. And when she saved me, she looked in my eyes. She will not date me despite all my tries. She could break me in half, but I laugh for the chance at a Supergirl. At number 4 this week, we've got Pharrell Williams. His chauffeur's happy. Clap along if you know Tony Stark is Iron Man. His chauffeur's happy. Clap along if you know he's doing everything he can. His chauffeur's happy. Clap along if you know Iron Man will rescue you. Hey, hey, clap along if you know Tony Stark is happy too.
Boy,
Moving up 7 places to number 3, it's Shania Twain. Best thing about Wonder Woman is her prerogative to kick a little butt, yeah. Oh, 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 her hair is in wavelets, bulletproof bracelets, invisible planet follows insane. Oh, oh, oh. Hanging on to number 2 this week, it's Teo Cruz. You know I fly up in the air sometimes, saying up, up, and away, oh. I'm on a mission, gonna save your life, X-ray vision, baby let's go. 'Cause I will rock this world, I can go all night. They can't bring me down without some kryptonite.
Not kryptonite.
And at number 1 for an unprecedented 59 weeks in a row, you know him, you love him, it's Lee Greenwood. And I'm proud of Captain America, 'cause he fought all those Nazis. He was a red, white, and blue popsicle, but they fought him out for me. And I'll gladly stand up next to him and defend the USA. 'Cause things sure get real when he throws that shield. Best stay out of his way.
Come on, we want some more. Oh, that was it? Ah, yeah, man. I want to listen to this one. Okay, this one, I'm going to grab it. This book right here, I'm grabbing it. I want to know what is this about? Like, come on. Like, that was pretty good. Like, this is I see when he said comedy, I see what he's talking about. He is a silly clown. I like this guy. This guy is full of life. He's full of energy. He's full of ideas. He's very creative. I'm going to check this book out, and I think you guys should check it out too. And when you do, you go in there and you leave him a review. This is different, and I want to see exactly what we're doing here. Okay, so I'll be right back, you guys. That was Will Nussel. The name of this book is Fire at Will. It is a collection of comedy essays. And we can see why he say comedy is funny. He right here singing songs and he doing his own remix to the tunes, honey. I like this. I like it. All right, y'all. Be back. Okay, my friends. Last book of the day is called The Girls by Kenny York. This is what I came up with so far on my face. I did the eyes, and this is, you guys, I'm practicing, I'm learning. Everything is a learning process. So don't judge me. My makeup might not be perfect, but I'm going to get it there. You guys will see me grow as I go, and I'll get it together. So let's check out this book. It's called The Girls. Okay, this book is written by Kenny York. It's narrated by Ryan Nico. And it's urban fiction, another urban fiction. So we started with urban fiction, and we're going to end with an urban fiction. So check this out. while I add my finishing touches.
Nonchalant. She answered, trying to check up on me. Tucked her head to the side. Saw him back? Her lips and shook her head. Shit. Calling, Jada said, gazing over towards the ceremony area, where Candace and Quincy were posing for their wedding photos. To talk to you so bad, he should have come with you. You know men don't like going to weddings, Stephanie interjected. Miranda replied, planning to make a break for home as soon as Candace was done with her pictures. Her 4 times since she left home for the wedding. Adamant about not wanting to accompany her. He'd been just as adamant about her returning home in time for him to meet up with his boys to play poker. To risk pissing him off, Miranda thought it best to just wrap up her time with the girls and head home immediately. Miranda's thoughts. Across the garden, Candace kissed Quincy on his lips before quickly sashaying her short brown frame towards her awaiting friends as the photographers moved their equipment to the banquet hall. Gazebo. The girlfriends found themselves huddled together in a heartfelt embrace. Reveled in the spotlight, loving the attention. Hey, y'all, she boasted, kicking off her diamond-studded stiletto heels. I finally did it. Alex questioned.
What does she do?
You've known this man for all of 2 months, and you've married him. Quickly is what you should be saying. Candace giggled. Don't hate. She flashed them her modest 1.3 carat wedding band, smiling proudly. Smile, fighting back the green monster in her that was reminding her that she no longer possessed a wedding band. And drunk. Glad to be free of her 5-year-old son and mother. Her mom had readily agreed to babysit, knowing that Stephanie wouldn't be on a date with the child's father, whom she despised. Hill party goes down after my parents and older family members leave, Candace assured them. How long? Tune sounded again. All eyes went to Miranda as she fumbled to silence the small phone. She offered. You do not have your cell on at my wedding, girlie, Candace pouted. Tell me. Tell that Negro you'll see him later. Left, and Miranda shyly shook her head as she began to say her goodbyes. Leave now? Jada asked suspiciously. Norris needs the car. And to protest, Candace stood firm, supporting Miranda. Right, Candace said. Hubby comes first. Her eyes, already not feeling Candace's fake happily married attitude.
Why she gotta be fake? Happily married? Well,
That all my girls could be here with me. Y'all do understand why I didn't have you as my bridesmaids, right? Stephanie, Miranda, and Jada all nodded and waved off Candace's apology. But simple, Candace stated. Girl, Jada replied, we understand. The group embraced again, giggling at each other and feeling blissful in each other's company. The others regretfully wished Miranda a safe ride home and then parted ways with the short, light-skinned woman. Headed to her Nissan Maxima and began the journey home to her awaiting husband. Going home to him. What type of mood he would be in when she arrived. For a year now, yet Miranda felt like she didn't really know Norris at all. Known each other well enough when they wedded. social.
Okay, that was the end of that book. So that book is titled The Girls, written by Kenny York. Check it out. Get your copy. Listen, read. Check it out. So far, of all the books that's played, the best sample I've heard so far is titled Fire at Will. Why? Is because that book it flowed so smoothly. I don't know what's going on with the other books, but they're skipping a lot. They're skipping. But don't let that deter you from grabbing your copy, because the paperbacks are available, the ebook formats are available. So if the audio didn't sound as pleasing as you would like it to sound, but you still want to check the book out, the links will be in the comment section below. You guys, these authors are putting hard work into these books, and these books deserve to be peeled open. The authors deserve recognition. They deserve exposure, and that's why I'm doing this. I'm having fun. I'm learning as I go. And like I said before, some of these books where it's cutting, like it's skipping, don't hold that against the author. It might be something internal when it comes to the platform that they publish their audiobook on. So you guys, check these books out. I'm going to finish up my look, and I'm going to meet you guys on YouTube. Ow.